Welcome to another episode of the Angels Positivity and Love Show. Incredible guests the world over with amazing insights, experiences, and a lot to share with us. I'll say that it's their unique high vibe or love that I think is really transacting here, and why you should check out 2.5 years of different recordings and amazing guests and just lots of fun. We're also a very unique or intimate show in that, unlike any other, guests often take steps with the universe, with angels, light beings, their relatives, seeing, feeling, hearing, sometimes jointly if it's a mind, body, spirit panel. So check that out and don't think that you cannot participate. You have a big heart and you can take any of the steps that you're seeing on air, and we encourage you to. Well, coming to us today from New York, from Long Island, from Glen Cove, is I'll say, regular guest. She's a healer, intuitive psychic, author, and much more. She's super connected, both angels, galactic figures, lots of loving beings, and she's fantastic at what she's been doing. She came from a corporate New York City background, HR, and so on. And she took a chance, but I think it's paid off. She's great at what she does. It's Pauline Raphaela. It's great to see you again, Pauline. Thank you for being here.
Michael, thank you so much for having me again.
Well, it's a delight every time to see you. And we were just playing before the show. What do you think? This is the summer of 2025, the end as we record. Uh,
Mhm.
what do you think the biggest takeaway is for everyone out there? A simple reminder or how to keep some perspective with all the contrast and flavor going on? What's the most important thing you'd want to start with for everyone?
Well, I think we have to focus on remaining positive and have fun and remember that your life is going to be what you make it, what you create it to be. So, regardless of what's happening out there, out in the world, we can still live with peace and joy and fun. We can do that. And so for the rest of the summer, I would say try to do that.
What have you had to let go of in 2025?
Oh gosh, some old triggers. So some old triggers, not from childhood, maybe from like 10 years ago, just some old triggers in relationships. And we never stop. We never stop healing ever. And so it was kind of a shock to me, like, oh my goodness, I thought like that was done, but apparently it wasn't, and I had to do a little more deeper work.
And have you noticed anything in your practice? Because you've got a pretty good book of business over the years. Have you noticed anything there with the type of clients coming in? Are people more open or are people getting it quicker?
Well, people are more open. They're looking for something, and they're looking for something that's sort of outside the norm. And of course, anything metaphysical is outside the norm. But what they don't realize they're really looking for is that internal power of self, right? That internal self-love, that internal connection to source. And that's what they want. Are they more open? Yes, they are. The ascension is happening, and people and the healing is speeding up. I can say from what I've seen, it's like almost turning quantum for more and more people.
Now, if people, anybody out there reacted to the word ascension, could you switch it around and just make it sound more kindergarten like? How would you describe it in another way?
The raising of our consciousness, okay? The raising of what we believe, what we think, and mostly about who we are. Who am I, right? Who am I? And so ascension is all about that. It's not about what's happening outside, it's what's happening, on the inside. And the true understanding of who we are. And not only with a thought, okay, so I am a being of light, right? I am a powerful creator, not just a thought of that, taking that and integrating it into the cells of the body so that the body too evolves with the mind.
What are we allowing for? Allow for more. Show love always. Be a little more love when you can remember, if you can remember. Uh, What is something else that's popped up the last few days, either before you came onto the show or just in general or recently in the last 10 minutes, that you also would want to share? Is there another theme?
Well, we're here as one. We're here as one being. And I see more and more what's happening is, uh, the oneness trying to come in through the division. And so we need to keep that in mind more and more, that we are all one. And that's been extremely powerful for me, my clients, and what I see in the world.
Is everyone good where they are right now? Can you say yes or no and then explain why that is so?
Well, from a linear perspective, not everybody's good where they are. Okay, some people are, some people aren't. That's the linear is the earth plane perspective. From a spiritual perspective, a higher perspective, we're always where we're supposed to be until we make a choice to change. So, you can go back and forth on that spectrum. Okay. And so if we look at that, we say, well, how do we get to the higher place? It's choice, it's readiness and choice. And I think that is something that more and more people are being faced with, and they are embracing. The choice is mine. The choice is mine, how I want to live, who I want to become. The choice is mine. And so I see a big theme around that.
If a person wasn't too sure about all of this, but they are pretty good on the direction of the arrow on the weather vane. They're like, I get this in an abstract way. I'm not sure, but I do want to get into the pool. How can someone just say yes to the universe and make it gentle for me, make it nice? Is it just what I said, or do you have another way that you could suggest people could embrace a little more without knowing what they're doing? And maybe it's the beginning of the day before they go to bed, it's the shower, it's the dog walk. What's
Right.
what's some good advice on that front to just blank check it or trust more?
Well, it is that simple. Trust doesn't come easy, though. I will tell you, trust does not come easy. That's hard. So, what I'm going to say is start setting intention. Intention leads the way, right? You can say, yes, I do want to change. I want things to be better. But then start setting intention every day of who you want to be. Oh, I've got to get rid of that anger pattern. I've got to get rid of that fear pattern. Every day I set my intention to chip away at it. And to me, that is very linear. That's not so metaphysically woo-woo, just it's a thought process. And so if we keep doing that, perhaps not perhaps, but in time and maybe a short amount of time, you'll begin to see that it's working, and then the trust can develop.
Do you have a favorite author, though, from like, I don't know, 1980, 1990, all the way back 100 years, Napoleon Hill, Og Mandino? Do you have one of those it was more about self-help thinking at the time and getting out of your own way? Do you have one of those authors you just want to briefly touch upon, and what's a big takeaway from them?
Um, I was always a big self-help reader. And I will say probably one of the books that I read that impacted me the most was a book called Inner Work, and it was a lot about Carl Jung's work. And I don't even remember the author, but it was all about going inward. Okay, forget about blaming people and thinking about everything on the exterior. It's all about you going in and looking at you. That book really changed my life.
So my problem is, my situation is, or what would the open hand being in the heart be? What would be the opposite? I'm allowing for all as it is, and let's make it even more fun.
Well, we always want to make it more fun, right? We always want to make it more fun. And I think that when we're going inward and we're taking responsibility complete for ourselves, it can actually be a fun process because you have to laugh at yourself. You have to be humorous. And through that, you can have more fun in the process. It just doesn't have to be so serious.
Should we take the audience for a little bit more fun? Spin the wheel, and I'll start doing a little bit of stuff, but I'll argue it's you, angels, the universe doing a dance together to bring more entertainment, more fun, more expansion, more growth for all of us. And
Doing the dance. We are supposed to be enjoying our life. We're supposed to be creating wonderful lives.
mm.
So let's start.
Okay, I'm going to light some sage. We've done this off camera. We've done this on other shows. You were the guest on episode 79 of the
Okay.
APL show, the main show. And that was June of 2024. The details will be below the video. But you were also the guest this past spring, March. It was episode 180. And anybody watching this, it's October 22nd or later of 2025. You're also on the APL Spotlight series, episode 26. I'm lighting sage. If you haven't seen this before, you really haven't watched the show a ton because at least halfway towards the end, 80% of the time when I remember, light some sage. You can smell it wherever you are in the world. It's not a big deal. The heart knows what to do. It's smelling without smelling. But give yourself permission, just like Pauline was saying, set your intent. Let angels and the universe and you, your higher self, do the rest. Are you already getting sage in Long Island?
I'm already getting sage. I'm already smelling the sage. I
Can
am.
you get an extra beach smell, even though you're not right next to the beach? Can you get extra Rosa rugosa and flowers as well, or hibiscus or something extra? What are you getting for extra? Ask angels to make it nice.
Well, I'm not far from the beach, but I think it's like hydrangea.
And I'm going to blow extra into the microphone up top. Allow an angel whose light waves of energy and water, Mother Hawaii, very oceany, aloha, catch sea spurts on your nose. If you'll close your eyes, let's get Hawaii to you.
Okay. I do smell sea air. It's like a sea breeze. Sea breeze.
Yay, I didn't do it.
Uh,
Don't blame Canada. We're going to blame angels.
sea
For sure. And I'm going to put up my first angel. Later, we'll do some light or auras. I'm trying to communicate to folks who are watching there are no limits. Pauline teaches no limits, whether she knows it or not. She's helping everybody let go, is the big thing. Let go. Be in
go.
your heart. Here's Joy, an angel who's Joy. She's a very big, fun angel, great one to work with. What's Joy getting? Get something from her personally. First, get a beautiful hug, get a whoosh, get light, whatever you want to get. And then what's she have for all of us? And what do you want to share that you got first?
Well, what I'm seeing is like this huge light, this big light of joy, and she's almost saying, um, there's angels around. Believe in angels. They're bigger. They're here. They're walking around. They're with you. They're with us. And I'm seeing like this big, like, believe in angels. They're here. They're here. And I'm seeing big angels with wings.
Ooh.
So she's like, she wants everyone to believe that these presences are here. Are you getting chills, Michael?
I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying a lot. Okay, Charlotte is sort of like Audrey Hepburn's sister, Santa Fe, New Mexico garb, if you want to close your eyes here with your third eye, or look out your window onto the lawn. But she's everybody's favorite school teacher from third grade or third form if you live in New Zealand. And not the mean one who got you in trouble, put you in detention. The nice one. What's Charlotte have for you? Get something personal and just say, got it.
I have to just go back. There's Joy saying, pray to angels, start praying to angels. Okay, Charlotte.
Yep. And
Uh,
have Charlotte sock it to you personally. You might just get a hug. You might get a hug and a few words of encouragement, a compliment. I didn't do it.
ah, okay. Okay, just it's okay to be a little silly. It's okay to be a little silly and not so serious. I think that's for me. I think that's for me.
Sure. And let's have you put up one hand for Joy and one hand for Charlotte up to the screen. Like this is a fireplace, but the audience at home, you're in an apartment, you're on a park bench. I don't know how you're going to manage that with the phone in your lap, but The point of this is you're in your home apartment on a balcony. Put one hand up to each photo at home. Feel what you can feel. Don't judge. And if you try too hard, you might get sparkle on your toes. But each palm, you can feel sparkle, warmth. What are you getting for joy? What are you feeling? Which hand is it? If you don't mind raising the hand that you're using for joy. Yep. What are you feeling in that hand? And breathe extra at home. Open your mouth 1 millimeter. If you need to do extra, a great way to let go is just breathe, 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 breathe. Let go.
I'm just I'm getting like a happiness feeling. I'm getting this happiness feeling from joy. You know, that old, okay, be happy
Yep.
kind of thing. Be happy. So I'm getting that from joy. I don't know, be big. Be big is what I'm getting also from joy. Be big, be bigger. And I think that's all just about, you know,
Ooh, and
real
then
life joy.
Charlotte, you can drop your right hand. I'll just have Charlotte up.
Okay.
With your left hand, what are you feeling for Charlotte's vibe?
So with Charlotte here, I'm just feeling some tingling on the wrist, and I'm feeling love and peace. Okay, peace and love, love and peace, peace and love. It's feeling smooth. It's feeling calm. It's feeling allow peace in.
And have her show you, this will be private to you, but have her show you how far you've come for your own letting go from New York City, Manhattan days to now. And just giggle or laugh as she just shows you how far.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you get the,
I see. Oh my God. Oh, with the image, oh my God, maybe it was my ego. I don't know.
like, I mean, it's going up a mountain, glaciers, and how far you've traveled. Here's Mother Hawaii or Min, light waves of energy and water. Min's the Minnesota, Lakota Sioux word for water. Awala is a Polynesian morning glory. Don't worry about it. It's water rainbow, water morning glory is her full name. Just call her Min. Soft-spoken professor, light waves of energy and water. My guardian angel. If anyone wants to go back and check out episode 110 from August 30th of 2024, Dr. Karen Wyatt, retired family physician. This is her guardian angel, and she got to meet her on a beach in Redondo Beach in full human form for 30 minutes. It's all good. So silhouette, real photo of an angel. Here's Min, very soft-spoken, very oceany. Catch some beautiful vibes like the umbrella's already in the sand. You've got your chaise lounge thing, beach towel, coconut smell in the air.
Well, there's a deep sense of relaxation and going with the flow and not pushing against the tide is what I'm getting.
Hmm.
Really just learning how to go with the flow. Relaxation. I'm seeing like somebody relaxing on a beach with the water there, and it's just it's relaxation, deep relaxation, because deep relaxation helps to raise our vibration.
And keeping your eyes closed, can you look left down the beach to where a big crowd is? It's mankind and humanity. This isn't a judgment, but you do have a professor here. What does she say is coming for mankind? Is it sort of a lesson or opportunity for growth that's coming, whether you like it or not? But it's a beautiful opportunity for mankind. Can you get into the big picture for mankind a little bit? And it might be a lot of people crowded over by one wave and they didn't pay attention. The wave's going to knock them down. Others will simply do that jump and then the wave goes only chest high and they stay on their feet. Can you do some metaphor in there or have her show you something about that? Just pay attention a little bit like you would at the beach.
So what I'm seeing is a lot of people, and I'm seeing the ocean, the water sort of flowing up onto the sand. Now it's not like a tsunami; it's just only maybe like waist high. Okay, so there's this incoming flow of energy and water's always representative of emotion, and so just becoming part of something bigger, going with the flow, being in the flow, and the emotions we get to choose. All right. And you know what it feels like to be in waist high water? It actually kind of feels good, right? Because you got the best of both worlds. You got like, heaven and earth. You've got air and water. You're kind of like in the flow of everything. And And that's what I'm getting. And that's what I'm seeing and interpreting it. But I'm also hearing that, we're going to be challenged. It's almost like it's time to like erase every belief system you've ever had and let some new ones flow in.
Oh, I'm not going to comment on any of that because we work in limits. Our knowledge the currency of mankind, especially like scientific communities, spiritual circles, every organization you've ever met, there's a certain amount of knowing, but it's the type of knowing, unfortunately, that precludes possibility most of the time. Unless it's the Possibility Institute. I'm sure there's one of those somewhere, and they're just looking for possibility. But everyone else, you can go beyond words. You can get anything you need, any answer to any question, healing. You can see light. You can see full on. What's Joy say about all this possibility that's ahead?
Oh, well, the possibility is all about the manifestation and the beingness of our oneness, our togetherness, our unity. That's the biggest possibility of all. And that is, I almost want to say, is coming for those who really see it. And anybody can be part of it at any time.
Hmm.
It's just a matter of recognizing that that's the higher way forward.
Beautiful. Okay, here's two archangels directly, but I'll show four and they're in there as well. So it's a little redundant. But here's Michael and Gabriel one way.
Okay.
Here's Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, rainbow pie slices. Which combo are we using here? Do you want all four or do you want the two individuals?
I don't know. The all four are coming in.
Okay. So Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, do you mind just moving your hand through the air like it's a xylophone in the air, an invisible xylophone? Feel what you can feel. If you want to see light at your end coming off your hand into your hand, just move your hand through the air. Yep. And just feel what you can feel, but allow for a transmission so that you're like, oh, let me add a little more to mankind and let's go big. But breathe, breathe, breathe at home. If you want to feel them first, feel what you can feel in your palms. Ask for a whoosh down your back. Ask for your crown chakra to be opened up. If you've got my situation is your two cousins, your dog, your job, do your best complaint and just say, I haven't figured it out yet. Let them take it off your shoulders so that you have a new consciousness, new approach to whatever it is you think you're facing so it can shift.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Pauline, you are on the hot seat. What do four archangels, Raphael, Uriel, Michael, Gabriel, what do they have to add to the mix for mankind? Is mankind ready for more compassion, gentleness, kindness?
Well, what I'm getting is like they're here bringing those energies. All right. They're here bringing that, and we have to be open to it. Like I'm seeing them. They're huge. They're massive. They're huge. They're here. It's almost as if yes, they're anchoring in those higher frequencies of compassion and love and forgiveness. And I think that's why Joy was saying the possibilities for unity and all of that coming. These angels are working very hard for humanity. They're working very hard on our behalf. So our job is to embrace these higher frequencies of these angels. Now we know Michael's protection and Raphael is healer, and um, Gabriel, I think, is maybe creative, and I actually forget what Uriel is, but they all have these energies, these essences that we can tap into because they're here bringing it to us. So it's not as far off or distant or impossible to connect with these energies. It's actually easier.
All right, let me give you a different angel. Her name's Heather. She makes hearts in her photos. Even her name is the word heart rearranged with a few extra letters. Heather, Heart, if you want to look around. But here's some other photos. We're not going to use these, but they're on the website if anybody cares. I used to hand the camera to folks. I got lucky being gifted these photos. But there's a heart, Heather. There's another heart. a fainter heart. But here's one that's backyard over the Japanese torii 2 houses ago when I had a Japanese torii in the backyard, one of those arches. It's in the garage, deconstructed. I'm not allowed to put it in the backyard right now. Okay, here's Heather, and she makes hearts, and it's like that.
Oh,
She can come across as an Amazonian goddess like Wonder Woman, or a woman coming out of an African village who's just graceful and just oof. If you want to close your eyes and get a third eye vision of her, and she's big, she's compassionate, she's wonderful. Sometimes she shows us both. That's a rarity. What does she have to add to the mix? And if you want to catch a taste of Africa and the Amazon at the same time, one from one direction, another wind from the other direction, where you're like, oh my gosh, a little divine feminine in there, or a
that
lot.
that is exactly what I'm getting is divine feminine.
Yeah, I should have said a lot.
That
And she'll carry a spear or a big stick.
that is exactly what I was getting and seeing her that way. And you took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was getting. That divine feminine.
Ooh, okay. I'll share. I've been sharing a little on this show, and it's your all your time and their time. But I've seen her in human form in Stockholm, in Las Vegas, in Austin, Texas, in Hawaii, and New York City. What does she say her favorite location was at the time? Where did she have the most fun? Stockholm, Hawaii, Las Vegas, New York, or Austin?
I'm getting Las Vegas.
Okay.
Las
Um,
Vegas or New York is what I'm getting.
okay. Uh, each time she's popped in, full human, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Wow.
Uh, put your hand out and catch a message. And you're going to get it obviously the way you normally get it. But feel it as well as get it. And it's something new.
Something new regarding anything?
Anything, new topic, new direction, new reminder.
I'm getting architecture, and I'm not sure what that is about, unless it's about, um, I think that may be symbolic.
And I'll put Michael
Architecture
in.
is design, right?
Yeah.
Architecture is design and the building of things. So there's something new coming in. I couldn't quite get it, but there's something new.
These two will flush it out for you, give you a little more detail. And so Michael and Charlotte, just have them fill it in. So you go, oh, okay. A whole new way of operating for mankind, maybe?
Well, it's like it's the architecture. I know I'm getting temples. So there is something about the way of life. Okay, the architecture of life, the way of life is going to change.
Who's one of your favorite figures, historical, cultural, religious? Is it Einstein, Buddha, Mary, Jesus, Muhammad, Thich Nhat Hanh, Ram Dass, one of those 40 India deities or figures, Sri Shirdi Sai Baba, Rama? Who comes to mind? It could be Anthony Bourdain, Debbie Ford, Elvis. Who's jumping out saying, pick me?
Well, it's always Jesus for me.
Okay.
And I always usually refer to him now as Yeshua
Oh,
instead of
okay.
Jesus, because for some reason it just makes the connection stronger.
Okay. Well, here's the big J and or Y, if that's the way you're supposed to spell it. I forgot. But let him do a little humor and come in super crystal clear and keep it really light with the double entendre or triple entendre. Feel, see, and hear, whichever way you're cool with. And before you open your eyes again, let him do a little light in the room. So then you open your eyes and go, holy cow, I've got light in the room. So when he's done, you get a little extra. Get a good humor though. It doesn't mean he's scooping ice cream and handing you some ice cream, but some good humor here. And this is that photo from that amazing, she was 14 when she painted it.
Yes.
I got to look up the name and I've been very lax, but you can track her down from Heaven is for Real. This picture drawing painting was featured in it. And that's got to be from 15, 20 years ago. She's probably 35 with two PhDs by now and very successful no matter what she's doing.
Mhm.
She's permanently invited to come on the show if anyone knows her. Let's get her on the show if she's game.
So
Okay,
you
what are
want
you getting from Jesus?
you want something humorous, did you say?
Oh, nope. Let him
Oh,
just come in and
oh,
do his thing. And sometimes he's super crystal clear, but sometimes he does it with so much love and humor and light.
yeah. Well, I'm just sort of seeing a lot of like white light, sparkly white light, and I'm seeing hands like sort of go up like this and around, and like the movement of the hand is like spreading this white, like crystalline, very sparkly light, and it's going over humanity. It's going over people, and it's actually in the shape of a heart. So it's almost like a cleansing, a purification, a healing, a healing. Yeah, that,
Okay.
that's what I saw.
We're gonna go wild and crazy. The all the alarms went off on the game show or in the casino. Somebody won big, so all the alarms are going off, the bells, the whistles right now. If we can go full stop and have you just take your hands like you've got a butterfly and take those hands and put them in your lap off camera
Okay.
and allow for all the light in the world from Yeshua, from angels, from everybody, your whole crew. Let them make something out of light in your hands, and you can close your eyes first. People can do this at home. We've had a lot of guests do this on air, and it's usually at the very end after you've drank the Kool-Aid. But just allow them to build something out of light. And even though you've got a third eye, try not to see it until you get told, hey, it's time to open your eyes and look down. And then you'll open your hands like a book. It'll be like a helicopter landing pad. You'll look down. You'll get an object that is flyable. It could be a hummingbird. It could be a butterfly. It could be a dragonfly. Or it's a flower rotating geometric, or just a ball of light, or just love. But it could be exactly what you described, exploding like a birthday gift all over the room. And
Mm-hmm.
usually your jaw drops. So, okay, let's do it. And I'm going to tell a dad joke to help reset everything. So close your eyes. You've got your hands cupped like you've got a butterfly in there. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You're going to feel so much light coming in that you're going to be like, oh my God. And you'll get a kiss on the cheek or ready, or Joy will say it's time to look. But here's the dad joke first. Where do rainbows go when they're bad? I told you this before the show. So, where do rainbows go when they're bad? Prism, but it's a light sentence. As you laugh, you're letting go. That's as hard as it gets for letting go. None of this is that hard, even though it could feel like you got to go for 20 years to Omega Institute, Kripalu, Esalen, or Monroe Institute. But you've already got all the skills. Okay, keep going. When you hear a kiss on the cheek, your dad says, hey, it's time. Look down. I contributed some to this, and you'll get a beautiful gift in your hands. Enjoy it. If it's flyable, let it fly around the room. Follow it with your eyes. If it explodes and light all over the room, you'll describe it. But if it's like a horse just standing there and beautiful, eventually bring it into your heart. And no peeking with the third eye. A lot of the seasoned veterans peek ahead of time. It's going to be a surprise where you get told,
Try
"Hey,
not to.
yeah," you get a whistle, a kiss on the cheek. Tinkerbell will come up and touch your earring or your ear and say, it's time. Look down.
Okay. So
Yep.
shall I
Open
just
your eyes, open
open?
those hands, look down, enjoy what you've been gifted by angels right here, down off camera. Take a look. And then after a while, if it hasn't flown off, bring it into your heart when you're done looking at it, even though who wants to stop looking at it? And what'd you get?
Well, I got a plane.
Ooh, no one's ever gotten a plane before. Oh, there's symbolism. Okay.
There's symbolism in that travel. Oh,
Oh, nice. So you got, oh, here. I've got an angel for you named Carol. She's Akashic Records, and she's also great for travel and for moving. If anyone's got real estate stuff, here's Carol. I use a famous human figure face, historical, for Carol. Have Carol privately tell you what that travel was about. Just say, got it when you got it. She's an angel who's like a librarian or knowledge up in the Akashic Records with a Fiona. Did you get your answer? You don't have to share it out loud.
I got it.
Okay, let's keep Carol going. She's like, look, she's professional Mrs. Knowledge, Miss Knowledge USA, or World, Miss World, whatever the world title thing is that I'm trying to say. She's like world knowledge number one. So, what does she have to add to the dialogue? What are you getting from Carol? She's a lot of zip, sparkle, delight. She's so much fun. If you're house hunting or apartment hunting, she's great.
Well, I somehow I feel that there's a house mixed in with the plane. So
Ooh.
yeah. So yeah.
Ah, so scouting trip
So
potentially.
there's movement. And I can't quite put it all together again, but there's travel and then there's house. So uh
Okay. And we'll do one thing for you. Just ask her to show you a vision of either the house, but this is, you could be doing 2 years, 5 years, 10 years in advance. You're throwing a dinner party, there's dancing involved, and you're in your new place. Have her close your eyes and have her really lay it on nice and detailed, and you're like, oh my goodness, I want some of that. Breathe, 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 breathe. Anybody at home having any difficulty, just move the lips open 1 millimeter, shoulders up and down, moving. That counts. And you're opening up your field, which we're going to ask about the light body, rainbow light body, your aura, your energy field, your life force, whatever you want to call it. That'll be Pauline's next topic for all of us. Pauline, when you're ready, come back. Did you get something wonderful? You don't have to describe it, but just be like, yeah, got it.
yeah, I'll just there was a certain look of a fireplace is what I said.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah.
Um, okay, talk to us about this whole energy thing and our auras, rainbow light body. What's your understanding of how all that stuff functions?
Well, we wouldn't be alive without it. Okay, that's number one. So all these energy bodies that are sort of sitting on top of the physical body, uh, and also they do run in the physical body, but they sort of extend in layers out here. I mean, I can go through the layers if you want, but that auric field is the soul. And so the energy bodies of the soul are the intuitional, the emotional, the mental, the celestial, the astral body, all of these different energy bodies. That's all natural to the soul. And so the soul here is housing this physical body. And so it's without this soul, we're not alive. So, so these energy bodies are very, very important to how we live. We have to keep them clean through positive thinking, even physical cleansing and purification, right? Meditation, walking in nature, waking up and understanding that there's a whole level of consciousness, higher consciousness in these energy bodies, okay, which is love, which is peace, which is creativity. It is all of those things, which is personal power, love. It's all of that. It's already in us. We have to tap into that so that we get it in, we get these energy bodies sort of like into the chakras, because the chakras are where we have many of the lower energies. Okay, we have the ego, we have fear, we have, insecurity, we have hurt, we have grief. So we've got to cleanse the chakras. And these energy bodies are extremely important because when we tap into them through healing, we as humans get stronger. Because remember, this energy body is spirit. So we want to awaken that spirit part of us. So it's very important. And then we have a light body, which is our higher body. Okay, we have to go up into higher realms in order to activate the light body. And activating the light body helps evolve and expand the human body. So these are all different types of practices that we can do. We usually need instruction on how to do that, but we need to be first aware that they exist.
Can we play with a 5-piece puzzle? So it's not that complex, but I'm going to put up 3 angel photos. I'm going to put these 3 up, Michael, Joy, and Charlotte, for a little instruction somehow to you. I'm going to first put my hand up. We're going to connect. You're going to maybe see a little bit of light here. They're going to maybe jack it a little. They're going to jump into my field. I'll be the guinea pig. And you'll see what you see. You'll feel what you feel. But at some point, you're going to put your other hand up So you're going to have one hand up connecting here, and you put your other hand up. And this will be a chance for the audience, only love and above, filtered by thousands of angels for decades to come. No stress coming your way or anything else in Long Island, nothing to Texas. Filtered by angels 100% forevermore. Beautiful barriers. Just love, compassion, gentleness coming through. But you'll put your hand up and allow the audience to feel something. And you're going to leave that hand up and you're going to set your intent that they get something out of it, whether it's feeling and seeing, or even smells of flowers coming through. But let's let angels explain it better than I just did. Here's Joy. Catch something from Joy on this exercise.
You want me to put my hand up here?
Not yet. Just hear from
Okay.
her something about the exercise. Here, Charlotte. Say, got it when you got it from these two. It's just a chance to feel and see more light all around.
Yep, got it.
Okay, and then here's Michael. Have him add a final touch in here. He's kicking in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, and I've never attempted anything like this, so we don't know what we're doing exactly, but I'm just going to put my hand up and be your guinea pig here. Can you feel and then start seeing the flow and let them bring you even extra and let it spark some sort of creativity where you're able to then turn and even flow more love and light out to everyone else?
So I can feel vibration coming from your hand right away.
And
And
what are you seeing?
I'm just seeing light coming out of the palm of your hand.
Okay. And if you'll put your hand up, even though you're doing it third eye, yep, and do it that way, allow the flow to get bigger. Allow a little bit of play to come in, like Joy, Charlotte, and Michael. Let them show you something that's unusual. So it's not the, well, my thumb is getting so hot. Holy cow. My thumb is getting tingly and hot. Okay. Let them show you another dynamic, another way to just turn up the jukebox volume. And then in a little bit, you're going to put your other hand up for everybody at home to put their hand out and feel your left hand. Okay, what are you feeling or seeing, or what's the new turning up the volume going on here? Breathe extra at home if you need to start feeling it now. You want to see it, feel it. Yep. Feel the difference when you do this, how you drop immediately into your full light body. What are you getting, Pauline, for the
Well, I'm just sort of getting transmissions going out to whoever's going to watch this and see this of this magenta energy going into their heart is what I'm.
Ooh. Can you put your left hand up and shoot that magenta energy out to everyone? And
Yes,
I'm
I
going
can.
to drop my hand in a little bit so it'll be both your hands shooting magenta energy out. And if you don't mind sitting with us a little and let each Joy, Charlotte, and Michael coming in, and they'll give you either thought forms that are fun or heart forms will make up an expression.
Well, I mean, I'm just seeing all the various people that will watch this, and they're sort of getting like a blast into their heart.
And if you can put the left hand really front and center on the camera to really let a person who wants needs that visual connection, we'll do that for just 10 or 20 seconds. But let a person at home who's gung ho, and if you need a structured sentence, I've only got one rule or bit of structure, which I forget to say all the time. Angels, help me out of my head into my heart. Uh, Awesome. Thank you. Amen. Rock and roll. And if you want to add an extra sentence like, help me feel Pauline's energy off her hand. Help me see it. Amen. Rock and roll. Thank you. Angels, help me out of my head, into my heart. Help me feel and see her light, magenta, other, and help me really sock it to me. Awesome.
Yeah. Whoever is watching this, put your left hand over your heart and just allow the magenta heart to float into your physical heart. From my hand to your hand into your heart.
And while we're doing this, let Michael come in and show you a cue card with a new topic. Until you keep doing this until you get your topic. When you get your topic, come out. And then what's the topic? Where are you going to take us on the next bulleted point, the next topic? Is it compassion? Is it how to walk a smoother path? What's the next thing coming up?
What I'm getting from Michael is the opening, the opening of the upper chakras, the third eye and the crown. Very, very important now.
I'm yawning. Okay.
Very, very important now because that's going to help us come out of illusion
Ooh,
and see truth, and that's going to help us connect upward to God, source, universe. That connection needs to be strengthened.
okay. And how can a person gently do that daily, weekly, once in a while?
Well, one of the things people can do just on their own is start tapping,
Hmm.
tapping here, setting your intention, tapping here, tapping here. Okay. Tapping here, tapping here. Okay. And that's physical. But call it the correction or the energy healing to help it open is to say, I now allow myself to see the truth. And it's always the truth about self. I allow myself to see the bigger picture. I'm coming out of the illusion of life and I connect myself more strongly, firmly, solidly to my creator. You just do that on your own every day. You will be surprised. You'll start to feel a shift in these upper chakras.
What is it about the ocean water that you think is so cool?
The ocean is powerful. The ocean flows and it is so powerful. I love the ocean. I'm mesmerized by the ocean. It has its own rhythm. It ebbs and flows in its own time and space. Can't control it. It's very, very powerful. It's very deep. So I see the ocean as being highly intuitive.
I have another figure for you. I don't know which one, but it'll be a historical cultural figure. It'll be Geronimo. Okay, so here's Geronimo. He's action, 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 dry wet humor slang, not formal and proper yes, no. He's like, yeah, nah, duh, you already know the answer. What's Geronimo saying?
And I knew he was coming. He came to me yesterday. I knew he was coming in today. What is he saying? This is about being faithful. This is about being faithful to, I'm trying, let me get the right word. Being faithful to life is what he tells me. And so I think that's probably open for interpretation, but be faithful to life. And if we're faithful, it means we're always coming in good faith, right? We're always coming in good faith. We're diligent. We're always showing up. And so you've got to be faithful to your life.
Close your eyes, let him show you a vision on your closed eyes. It could be nature, you at the beach, something. But catch one of those sacred Native American smells. There's like 60 of them: cedar, sweetgrass, desert pinon, juniper, pine. You get the idea. What are you smelling first?
Um, oh, it's like I don't know exactly what it is, but it's sort of like a musty scent.
And what are you seeing? If it's not private, if you're allowed to say it out loud. But what are you getting? And people can do this at home. So do something like get out of your chair and do the hokey pokey, or walk around the chair and do the chubby checker or an Elvis, swing those hips, do something that'll make you laugh. Do that in a supermarket. Everyone else laughs, you'll laugh. It's a total reset. You don't have to go to an ashram in India for 10 years and chant.
Right,
There's so
right.
many other ways to open up. What'd you just get from Geronimo for a little vision?
I just saw the sun setting over the ocean.
Oh, no.
I saw the sun setting over the ocean. So how powerful is that? Okay, you don't need anybody to do that. You can do that yourself, and watch it, connect with it, let it happen, and receive your own information.
Okay, I love that. And then there's the famous green flash. I bet there's some people who haven't heard of the green flash. Just as the sun goes down, an emerald flash can happen. I think it's scientific in some way, but definitely talked about in Nantucket. I'm going to put up like 2 to 6 angels to help you with another vision of a sunset with a green flash. You might just get the emerald flash. Here's a Mac. Don't call her Mackenzie. Everything plants, animals, and nature. She could do the green along with Raphael. And here's those 4 archangels again: Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel. Start to feel energy coming into the room. And then Min, oceany, light waves of energy in water. Why not if it's a sunset over the ocean? If you don't mind just shaking finger paint all over the walls right now for 5 seconds. Yep. You haven't done this since you were 30 years ago. Okay, drop your hands. Now close your eyes and get another sunset and let angels really do it up. But you're going to get an emerald flash. Breathe, 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 breathe. Exhale like a whale if anybody's having difficulty or we're being too pushy. And allow for another gorgeous sunset. Might be abroad, Seychelles, Maldives, Hawaii, Bora Bora, not boring. And then allow for a green flash, but let the green flash come all over you and deliver a beautiful feeling that lasts and is encouraging or reassuring or comforting. And Matt can whisper and tell you what she's delivering. Min might help out. This is a team effort.
Well, I'm still seeing that it's a bigger sunset over the ocean, but I'm seeing images in the center of that sun. And so I'm seeing images in the center of that sun. And I think that we can put any images we want or let images come to us through the center of the sun, the great central sun.
What are a couple more reminders as we close out here for everyone that it's simpler than we think, because it ain't about more thinking, but less thinking to even once in a while get out of thinking. So what's the reminder you want to give everybody to kind of close this out?
Yeah, and I love that, Michael. I really do, because we humans tend to make everything a lot more complicated than it needs to be. And this, it really is simple to make these connections and to expand our consciousness because it's already there for us. It's not like we're trying to find it. It's already within us. So the more we slow down, keep things simple, and just say to ourselves, I can do that. I can watch a sunset and I can get a message because because I'm created that way. That is so simple, and just practice. And it happens, because sometimes I think what's going to happen in the next decades when people are actually so adept at creating their lives, there's a lot of certain types of people that we're not going to need anymore, because people are going to be creating themselves. They're going to be doing it
Yep.
themselves. And that is the next frontier.
And anybody can contact you through your website. It'll be in the details below the video. It's on all your I'll have all the links to the other shows you've been on. But anybody can contact you. You meet people where they are at, whether they're
Yes.
complete, like, hey, I don't know half the lingo you're talking about, but it's resonating. I had a dream the other night. My relatives came in. I even saw an angel. I still don't know what to do. That's what you're great at is, again, doesn't matter where somebody is on the curve. You make the curve go away and help them get here. Let's do a final interactive. I'm going to whoosh you 3 times. I'm just going to look like a goose, but it's going to be angels, not necessarily me. Love and above only. And people at home can feel this. It'll be energy. If you want to start seeing energy all around the room here, all around your room, or just start feeling it up and down your back, all over you. Here's something from whoever I pull up. Min, 4 archangels, and Mac about what you're about to receive. Keep it private. And no 2 whooshes are going to be the same. 3 whooshes. Call it small, medium, or big. But if anyone's bold, just go big, big, and big, and bigger. Big, bigger, and biggest. There we go. Okay, here it comes. First whoosh, I'm blowing up top. I'll look goofy, but like a goose, but that's okay. Um, Pauline Raphaela in Glen Cove, New York. What did you just feel?
I felt a big blast of love.
Now, no 2 are the same, so let's focus on that jet airplane and some great vision boarding without having to do the vision board. We'll save you time. And a lot of coolness unfolding and a real knowing that it's only getting more rock star groovy good for you. Here comes that second one. How about them apples?
Um, there's some joy in some new creative projects.
Okay. And then if you don't mind just making a little request straight up above, but let's give it a code name out loud. A fruit name: banana, papaya, grapefruit, starfruit, passion fruit. What's your fruit code name? You know what the topic is. They know what the topic is. We don't need to know the topic. Just what's your fruit out loud?
My fruit, blueberry.
Okay, and blueberry represents something that you would love some light and love and energy from angels to handle. And here comes that energy now. One last whoosh. Where'd you get that energy? The third wave, it was different, right?
It was different.
Where'd you get the energy first physically?
It was different. It was almost like I just saw like millions of blueberries coming at me, and I was like, okay, so like, what is all that? It was just just so much abundance, like and sweetness,
And
sweetness.
you did pick a topic behind the code name of the blueberries, right? You had a topic. Or
Um,
did you just pick the fruit, no topic? It's
um,
okay to say,
I picked the fruit, no topic.
that's what I thought, and I didn't say it out loud. You get to a bonus fourth round. It earned you a great fourth round, but I need you to rub your hands in a circle. Again, you haven't done this since you were 5, and that was 20, 30 years ago. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That's good. And I'm going to do this at this end to reset. So now angels are going to handle the topic. Do you have a topic? You can pick a new fruit. Topic first that you want extra love and attention on by angels daily. You're never going to share it out loud. What's your fruit that represents the topic? Banana, papaya, starfruit, passion fruit, kiwi, mango, pineapple. What's the code name? That was awesome, Pauline. You did good.
Uh, it, um, it's strawberry.
Okay, strawberry it is, and I get to do one more huge whoosh, but it's really angels, and people can just pause it, run outside, jump in your pool. If you don't have a pool, run into the neighbor's pool, jump in, come back. You got a full reset. I did not say that. We disclaim it was your own volition, free will. Okay, here we go. Now, how about those strawberries? Oh my goodness.
It it just feels solid. I have a topic I'm not sharing,
Oh, nope, nope.
but it feels solid.
To me, it was like Mediterranean dancing under moonlight on the coast of southern France. It was very gentle. Something came in. Am I okay on saying that? How would you describe the energy without talking about the topic?
Um, very secure, very solid, very real.
Hmm.
Yes. Um, and perhaps a little romantic.
Aw, and I'm gonna put up Joy one last time for you to do a little boomerang. She's gonna say something verbatim, maybe short and sweet. Here she is, and you're, professional psychic, intuitive psychic medium slash healer slash everything else. What is Joy saying for everybody out there just to keep in mind or to live and love more? What has she got for us?
Joy has the message I'm getting is, you know, believe in yourself because like God believes in you and just believe in yourself and be the joy that you are. Okay. Everything your joy, your everything you need and want is already within you. So believe in yourself that you can create it, connect with it, magnetize it, whatever that is. It is there. That is the power of manifestation that we have. That everyone needs to know that they have.
Pauline Raphaela, dream big and bring it in. Thank you so much for being a guest on the show. Always wonderful seeing you and having you on. Thank you again.
Oh, Michael, thank you so much. It's always so much fun. I send you and your audience so many love and blessings.
Thank you.